Toz from Cranky UK here with another monthly of my Lego updates, and we're changing it. We're changing it up to as what I'm going to describe as big man's toys. Obviously followers of the channel and the ones that are following my Lego and the other stuff will notice that it's been concentrating on Lego Star Wars, and that's going to continue. I've still got the monthly plays of them, so click and subscribe and like if you still wish to see them every month, with some good ones coming up to Christmas. But I've been sent these other kits for review, and we are on to the Technics now. Technics has always been a dream of mine to get hold of. They are extremely expensive. I will describe all the stuff about them in a little while. But the very first Technic kit I have got my hands on is this one, and boy was it a build. It is the Techno Kit 42039. It's the 24-hour race car, it's called. Now, I have built it already. Obviously you can see by the box being open. It was a phenomenal build. I'll talk more about that when I show you the actual car at the end, but I just want to show you the box. There are 1,219 pieces. This retails for $99.99. Now, this is a 2-in-1 kit. You see at the bottom there, it says there. I'll show you on the back straight away, and right away you will see you have got the big Le Mans 24-hour car there, or you can build a kind of off-road Jeep. You can also, if you've got the extra power pack, you can moderate this to make it a motorized kit as well. It's got loads of features on it. I'll show you when I get to it in part 2, but just want to talk about it. As I say, this is my very first experience with the Technic builds, and it took me 4 or 5 solid days. This was 4 or 5 days of sessions of like 5-6 hours ago. Now, what I'm going to say to you is quite simple. You've seen the Star Wars, you've seen the builds. They're a great fun hobby to do, great subject matter. This really is. Now, it says 11 to 16 on the box. I think that's about fair. I would say 11 to 13 may need adult supervision. But what I am going to say about the builds is that they are just head and shoulders above any other Lego kits out there. They are a proper technical build, right down from building the actual engine. This one's got 3 movable, this has got a gear system that again I'll show you in a little while. But that's just the first bit of this video, guys. It is just showing you the box, and the size of this thing is massive. You won't believe the size of it. It virtually is the size of this box because it sits on top of it. But anyway, I'll close this bit down early. It is like just showing you the basic box. I'll tell you what, I'll try and find you the manual. I think the manual's in here. I'll give you a quick look at this beefy manual. It's a hard kind of catalogue-y kind of manual. What I will say, it's got a great lot of diagrams, not too many difficult ones. It does come with stickers, sadly. Most Lego kits do nowadays. But the build was okay. There wasn't very many difficult parts to it. But also what I like in the back of this book, it also gives you the option, as I mentioned earlier, if you do have the engine, the battery powered motor, it gives you the instructions to actually add that later on. And I will say I have looked at them instructions for the motor, because coming up in the future months I have actually got another Technic kit, a great one, a big one, that has got one of the motors in. Now, I may make it a chance to put it in here, but what I was going to say is that looked difficult. Very difficult. Even though it's moderated around your build, there's places for you to put the engine and connect it. Looks difficult, exceptionally difficult. So I don't know what to do yet. When I build the other one next month, and there will be another monthly one of Technics, as I said, I've got quite a few leading up to Christmas. So really, let me just close this video down with Lego Technic Kit 42039. I'll be back in a few seconds, guys, which will bring you the actual car itself. So back in a few seconds. Okay, guys, here we are back, and as you can see, the build is complete. As I said in part 1, it is a monster, just comparing my hand size, and I have big hands. There's so much to show you in this. It is literally, it's just fantastic. It's got a fair bit of weight to it. I'm also going to show you some features that are just fantastic. It's got front suspension, rear suspension. It's got a full turning wheel with the wheel on top, as you can see. That's some of the features. But the best feature of all, I'm just going to tilt it forward so you can see it. There is a gear stick here, and you click it forward. Once I click it forward, place down, and I turn this dial here. And one of the features is that brings the cockpit up. Now, as you can see in the cockpit, we have steering wheel and a seat, a racing seat. That is just so cool. So I can then turn that down. You can also leave these open with the gearing as well. But if I give the gearing yet another click, 2 clicks to the side, and use the same wheel, and this is what the Technics is about, and this is just fantastic. What happens then, as you can see, the rear end opens up to reveal the inside of the engine, and also you can see the engine has got pistons. Let me just try and get my hands out of the way. There you are. It's got pistons that do work when the gearing is right, so because it's on a neutral setting. It's brilliant. And just inside you can see all the technical pieces, 1,400 and 600 pieces, like I said. An absolute massive build, gigantic build. As I said, 5 or 6 days I think it took me to build this. But as we put the gearing back, I'll show you a few other little features, not really features that you do, but they're the main 2 ones. As I said, your steering wheel, you've got wing mirrors, you've got the bonnet that lifts up to reveal, actually, that is the place I was telling you earlier, that's where the engine goes, the battery compartment, if you then therefore want to do it. I'll give you a quick turn round of the full car so you can just see from there. It looks fantastic from all angles. You've got headlights. Let me show you from the back. You've got bits at the back. The build at the back was pretty difficult actually, but all in all, guys, it's there. You've got things that you can lift up at the side. That just shows the gearing. Them 2 things all show the gearing. Actually, I think I'll show you that because that's quite clever. And they are the gears that I told you about. That there is the gearing. If you click it there, you can see it move the gear across. It's just phenomenal. This is one of them things, like I said, I would class this as an adult build, or even with your young son or daughter, whichever. This is one of the top range kits. It is, like I said, it's Lego Technic kit 420039. It is a £100 kit. It is a 2-in-1 kit. It also can be battery powered, as I said, if you've got that, if you're a collector of those. But really, guys, this has been my favourite build. It's now stepped up to the big boys. The Lego Star Wars are great for collectors, but this as an actual build and enjoyment is just out of this world. Yes, it can be tricky at times, but it's enjoyable. And what I find particularly enjoyable more than anything is the way that you put in the gears together and the technical stuff together, and it all looks just a mess, and you're thinking, why am I putting this there and here and there, and then all of a sudden click something together and then it works, like I've just shown you with this kind of stuff. Is just I just think it's brilliant. It's really clever and very good as well. I just like it. It's fantastic. One thing I have noticed, by the way, just out of interest, I'm wondering why them 2 beads there are empty. That wouldn't surprise me if I've missed a piece off that, so I might actually just double check my instructions. But anyway, I will show you underneath as well, because the complexity of underneath is amazing. You can see the engine there. If I turn the wheels there, look, you can see the actual engine turning. It's a little bit stiff actually, mine. It was a complex build in the end, and I think the pistons are slightly off in the middle. I think I may have missed a stud or something. They do still turn, but they're under a bit of stiffness. But by the by, it's still just a fantastic, phenomenal build, and my favourite of every bit of Lego I've collected and done. So what I'm going to say, guys, stay tuned to my channel. CrankyGamersUK.net is my normal channel. I've got a gaming podcast on there every week. This is a kind of side hobby, as you can see from my videos. So if you're a bit of a gamer, a bit of a geek and a collector, click follow, click subscribe, click like, and come back, because every month up until Christmas I will have a Lego Star Wars kit for review, and also more of these, and one even bigger than this. So stay tuned. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed building this. It has been a massive build, my favourite, and one I would highly recommend. And a massive thanks to Lego, of course, who let me do these reviews and send these reviews to me. So it's just a massive thanks to everyone who likes the videos. Follow me on Twitter @Tozol. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time. Until then, bye for now. Bye.